Welcome to Brillians training video. Brillians is the new name for the application previously known as SupraVISTA. Today's topic is working with remote data in Brillians. So, what is the problem? Veterans may receive healthcare in different VA medical centers due to travel or permanent relocation. However, their health information remains at the facility where they received the care. The VA clinicians need efficient access to all this information. Unfortunately, there is no easy way to search the remote data for the needed information. The VA clinicians use Joint Legacy Viewer to review the data stored at other VA medical centers and DoD. Collectively, we refer to such data as the remote data. JLV is a web-based application with unique user interface. It requires separate login. Much like CPRS, JLV shows data in a siloed user interface, that is, each type of data is displayed in a separate, small widget. This makes it hard to review the data. The clinician must manually read the data on each widget. There is no way to search the data across the widgets. So, how is Brillians different? Can you describe a real-life use case? Okay, think about this. A few years ago, the patient had cardiology tests at the VAMCX, and later on, at VAMCY. He was told, one test needs follow-up. The patient does not remember name of the test or its results. The patient expects you to order the follow-up study. In JLV, it may take many minutes to read cardiology notes and procedures. With Brillians, you can search and find the desired data within seconds. So, what is in it for me? Brillians provides powerful means to work with the remote data. 1. Using the remote data functionality in Brillians, you can save a lot of time and frustration. 2. You can quickly download data from multiple VA medical centers. The data is organized on the familiar CPRS-like tabs. 3. You can do keyword search on the downloaded data. The keyword search is described in a separate training video. 4. With a right click, you can copy and paste data in your progress note. For faster results, please consider the following. Brillians directly downloads the data from the remote sites according to your site selection and the date range criteria. Therefore, depending on the volume of the data, it may take a few seconds to download remote data. To minimize the download time, carefully select the VAMCs to download the data from, and the date range according to the patient's history. This will become clear later on when we show slides with user interface. This slide describes how to open remote data-related forms in Brillians. As you know, all the forms which are related to finding information quickly are opened by the buttons located on the main form's top panel. As pointed by the two-headed callout, on the main form's top panel, click on the Remote Data button. This displays a menu to open available forms. On the menu, click on Remote Data, most commonly needed. This opens the form shown on the next slide. This slide shows how to download remote data from multiple VAMCs, for the desired date range. 1. Check all the VAMCs from which you want to download data. If there is no date before the VAMC's name, then that VAMC is not likely to have clinical data. 2. Select the date range, as shown in the image. 3. Click on the Load Remote Data button. Within seconds, all the matching data is downloaded. This slide shows how Brillians displays the remote data on the CPRS-like tabs located on the left side of the form. The image is showing the Imaging tab. All the available data, from the multiple VAMCs, is displayed when you click on that tab. Many tabs provide a drop-down box at top of the text, as shown in the image. Using the drop-down box, the user can directly go to the desired document. The image is showing the Medications tab. All the available data, from the different VAMCs, is displayed, as shown by green arrows. Brillians allows you to search the entire downloaded remote data with minimal effort. The user interface to search data is same as many other forms. Here is some good advice from Grandma.
Please review the training video on keyword search. Brillians uses this powerful feature on every form, where full text search is relevant.
The image on this slide shows result of the keyword search. 1. As shown in the image, the user searched for colonoscopy, EGD, and anemia. 2. Brillians searches the downloaded text on each tab. The matching words are highlighted. 3. The number of matches is displayed on each tab as pointed by the green arrows. Click on the tab to review. Of course, many tabs do not have any matching words. 4. When user clicks on a tab, matching lines are displayed in the list along the right side of the screen. Click on any line to scroll the document to display that line. Here is a creative use case for keyword search. Suppose you are interested in certain labs from multiple VAMCs. It is time-consuming to find labs by scrolling up and down on the Labs tab. It is much better to search for those labs. The image on this slide shows result of the keyword search for certain labs. 1. As shown in the image, the user searches for cocaine, THC, oxycodone and PCP. 2. User clicks on the Labs tab. 3. The matching labs are shown in the list box along the right side of the form. 4. The user can select all, or the desired labs, with Control-click and Shift-click. With a right-click, the user can easily copy and paste these labs in CPRS. Any data displayed in Brillians can be easily copied into CPRS. 1. Highlight the text to paste. 2. Right-click over the highlighted text. The menu opens. 3. Click on the appropriate choice on the menu. Here is a reminder from Grandma.
You must have a CPRS progress note, or addendum, open to paste the data. The data is pasted at the keyboard cursor position.
Grandma says,
for best results, please consider the following tips.
1. Use partial words, for example, orthos will match orthoscopic, orthoscopy. Malign will match malignant, malignancy. 2. Think of possible combinations the users may have used, for example, AFib, atrial fib, or LVEF, ejection fraction. 3. Brillians ignores spaces around user-entered search words. To force a space, use the underscore character, that is, type Shift- next to 0 on top row of the keyboard. 4. Avoid too many search words. It is hard to review results if you end up with scores of matching documents. Start with a few specific words, then broaden the search, if needed. 5. Be aware of abbreviations and lab and imaging name variations. Is it CT chest, or CT thorax? Is it PSA, or prostatic antigen? Experiment. Pretty soon you get hang of it. On the previous screen captures, there were note tabs for vitals, surgical pathology, and microbiology, etc. So, where is the rest of the remote data? The form shown in this training video is designed to show the most commonly needed VA remote data. There is a second form for the additional sections of the remote data. It looks and works similarly, though the tabs hold different type of data, as shown on the next slide. Likewise, there are two forms for the DoD data to accommodate all the data. Please give them all a try. They all work in a similar manner. This slide shows all available tabs on the two remote data form, which are designed to display the VA remote data. The form shown in this training video shows the most commonly needed data on the tabbed user interface. There is a second form for the additional sections of the VA remote data, which works similarly. The image, pointed to by the green arrow, shows the types of data displayed on this form. So, how do I access the remote data from Department of Defense? The DoD Remote Data Access and Search works similar to the VA remote data, as shown in this presentation. Like the VA remote data, the DoD data is shown on two separate forms. The DoD Remote Data forms can be opened by clicking on the Remote Data button on the top panel, as explained earlier in this presentation. If the patient has no DoD data, then the menu options are disabled, that is, grayed out. As always, the best way to learn a new skill is to play with it. You cannot do any harm to the patient's medical record, or to Brillians, by exploring various features. So, please feel free to click around, open forms, and check out various features. Thank you for taking time to review this presentation. We have many informative presentations on YouTube. Please search YouTube for Brillians Training, or SupraVISTA Medical DSS. If you have any questions, please contact us at help.supravista@gmail.com.